Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. What you guys see behind me, we have a 2013 model Mazda 3 1.5 skyactiv 100 horsepower. We have a manual gearbox, we have an automatic start-stop function, we have a very large car which is perfect for the family. We have a nice car, we have a car with safety, we have a car with some elegance, we have a car with a nice design. It doesn't look ugly. We have a car that is going to save you if you hit a car accident. Top speed of 185 kilometers combined with the electronic diffuser, which makes the car stop at 185 kilometers top speed. But you can always go to a tuner and get the car fine-tuned, which makes the top speed a little bit higher, maybe around 210, 220. Depends on the car's health, on the engine health. If the engine is healthy, the top speed will be increasingly higher. We have a car that produces 100 horsepower, and it's a very reliable car for the family. It's a car that you can rely on. And today we're gonna go for a test drive. I'm not gonna talk so much about it anymore. Let's go. So the hood, we have a nice large hood. If we just pop the hoodie right here, and we have a lot of space, which is nice. We have a trunk that's easy open close. It's not heavy like many other trunks. It's very light. We have lots of space in the back. What you guys are gonna be noticing here is that we start off with some cruise control. We have the speed limiter, which means that you can adjust the speed on the highway. We have some buttons here. Here we have the up and down button for this one. And the way we start this car is that you first take the clutch here and you break the clutch down, and then you should be able to start the car. You should be able to start the car like this. And we are on. The volume. Infotainment screen. As you guys can see here, we have the mileage, and if we go here, we can just change the buttons, the different options. We have some speed. We have mileage. We have different kind of. We have the engine fuel measure instrument cluster, and we have on the other side we have a RPM limiter, and this is the kilometer of the car. So this car has been driving a total of 106,322 kilometers, and we have a screen here which is controlled by the unit down here. So the controlling unit is here, so we can just pick whatever we like. But for now, we are at the radio station. And this is my auntie's car, so gonna go for test drive. So we start with pulling down the. And I just wanted to show you what's happening here. So as we drive, it's changing the measurements. It is changing, so we can constantly see our mileage, and which is very nice because it gives you a pretty good idea of your fuel economy. So right now we are driving, and so we can change here. So this says that we have 292 kilometers left with the fuel that we have in this car right now. Here we have a car which is very reliable. It's a nice car, and I would definitely, if I really needed a car and I found this, I would definitely consider buying it. So, which is very nice. We have the AC system. So here we turn on the AC, which is the air conditioning, and here we turn up and down the volume. So as I told you before in my previous video, if you haven't seen it's very important that the car is having AC, because when the car is having AC, as you can see we have the AC sign here, it means that we are getting blowing very cold air. So which is very nice. The AC system here works very well. I can feel the air on my feet, and the temperature of the car is getting very cold on a very sunny day, which is very amazing. Here we have a phone call ring. We have automatic windows for all windows here. We have the lock. We have the mirror adjustment, adjust the mirrors. All in all, it's just a nice car that has all the equipments you need. You have an infotainment system, you have an air conditioning system, you have a power steering which makes the steering very light. You have up and down volumes here, which is pretty amazing when you're dealing with a car for long-term solutions. And you have the voice over here, and over here you have the cruise control, which means that you can control the speed. You have an infotainment system. You have a system here that tells you when you're going to shift gear. So now, as I'm not hitting the throttle, it says that I should stay on 4th gear. And you saw, as you guys saw before, it told me that I should change gear, so which is pretty nice. Now it's asking me to shift gear from 2nd to 3rd, from 3rd to 4th, and 4th to 5th. So this car is actually telling me when I should change, which is pretty nice, because then I can get an economical drive out of this car. And so to you who wants to drive very economically, this car, I think it's a very good option. Even though it's a petrol engine and not a diesel engine, I think this is a pretty good purchase. I'm very enjoying this ride. We also have windshield wipers here. So here we have windshield wipers. If you just press here, we get wiped our windshields. And we have also on this specific car, we don't have on the rear windows, which is kind of sad. But again, the window on the rear is very big, so we don't even need a wiper there, but it could be nice to have, but it's not a need to have. What you need to have is a reliable car which you can drive around, and this is a very great example. I really like the buttons here. I like the steering. What I want to show you guys is that you can actually adjust this part. So the way you adjust the steering to your height, or if you're a small person, if you're a large person, is that there is something down here. There is a throttle here. You just pull it down, and when you pull it down, it's releasing the steering wheel, which means you can pull it up, down, and you can press it in, out. So I'm just pressing it in or out or up and down, which is pretty amazing. Most cars, old cars, they don't have this. This car is not so old. It's a 2013, but it has the necessary. It has what I like. It has what every car should have. In this era, you should definitely go and buy, if you like. I would advise you to buy the manual version and not the automatic version. The reason why is that these cars I'm sorry for the air conditioning noise. It works pretty well, but the automatic versions are not so, I'm not so familiar with it. If I would go for an automatic vehicle, I would definitely go for new model Volkswagens. But definitely this car, you can definitely count on manual gearbox. We have a nice watching, and take care. And other than that, guys, I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope you really learned something. Mazda 3 2013 model,